Tonight on Evolution DIY, we're going to quickly rescreen this screen from my window. Got a couple holes in it. We're going to rescreen it, make it look like new. It takes just a couple basic hand tools. If you get some value out of the video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want more notifications of my videos. Let's get started. There's just a couple tools you're going to need for this job, just a razor blade and a screen roller. You're going to need to buy a screen roller. And I use a hook from a hook and pick set. You can use a screwdriver or something to get this stuff out. And then a screwdriver to push in the corners. You're also going to need some screen. So I have a full roll of screen here. I actually screened my porch, my patio, my screen and patio. So I have a bunch of screen left, but any screen's going to work. Just make sure it's bigger than the piece you're doing. Okay. Here's how you do it. The first thing you need to do is get this old screen out. So you just want to find where the end of the, I don't know what this stuff's called, stuff that holds the screen in, where the end of that is, and you're just going to want to pull it out. I use this little pick. You could probably get in here with a screwdriver too, but this pick works really good. And you just want to pull this out. We're going to reuse this, so try not to damage it. But you can buy new of this if yours is damaged. All right, and then get the screen out. And then you're going to need a piece of new screen, obviously, the size of this piece. You just use your razor blade to cut this screen. I happen to have this tool from when I did my porch that's got like a hook on it, and I'm going to use that. But anyway, you can just use a razor blade for this. Okay, once your screen's cut, you want to lay it on top of the piece of your screen. And you don't have to cut the excess off yet. We're going to do that at the end. You actually want a little bit of excess because if you make the ends too tight, it's actually kind of hard to do. You wind up anyway, you wind up missing the edges. So just keep it a little bit big. And we'll trim it at the end. So you just take your spline. That's what it's called, screen spline. You want to just take your piece of screen spline and you want to start in the corner. Any corner's fine. And grab your screen tool, and there's two edges to this. There's like a rounded out edge, and there's a rounded, like a concave edge. That concave edge is the edge I'm going to use. It kind of rides on this screen spline and doesn't come off. So anyways, you're just going to take your tool and kind of push it in, get started. Like that. And this is where the screwdriver comes in handy. In the corner, it's hard to get the tool in there, so you just stick that in with the screwdriver, and then just keep your screen, straight, and then just go ahead and ride this spline like that. And you're going to see there's like a little bit of kind of waviness and bubbleness, and a lot of that's going to come out here as you tighten up these sides. So now we're going to move on to the second side. And you want to keep this flat, but you don't want to make it too tight. Because if you try to stretch it really tight, you kind of warp the screen frame. The screen frame is pretty weak. So you just want to kind of keep it tight, but not super crazy tight. And it's going to eat up a lot of the slack as you roll this spline. And it's going to kind of tighten it up. Like that. That might be a little bit loose there. Usually just pull it out. Just, tuck your screen back in. Do that one again. Like that. Okay, and that's two sides. And you're going to see it's still pretty, it just looks kind of wavy and offset, but I'm telling you, it's going to get better as you do the next side. All right, this is the side to start to kind of pull it tight. But again, you don't want to pull it super tight and have it where it, where it kind of warps your screen frame. About like that, and see how nice and tight that kind of finished off. Like I said, once you roll that last one, it really tightens it up and it makes it look really nice. And then turn it to your last side, corner, And this is the side to really be careful of. You know, you may want to pull this and make it super tight, but I'm telling you, it's going to bind up your screen frame. So don't do it too tight. And it's pretty normal to have a little bit extra of this spline left because it kind of stretches out as you use it. So anyways, we'll cut that off. And it's no big deal. Go ahead and cut it off, but be real careful not to cut your brand new screen when you cut that off. Okay. And then we're just going to kind of lift it up and just do a check. Make sure you didn't get it too tight. Make sure your screen's not warped, you know. This feels pretty good. I think it's going to be fine just like that. Make sure your corners are tucked with the screwdriver. And just do one more roll with the roller. Just make sure they're all in really good. And that's it. Next, you're going to take your utility knife and you just want to ride right along this spline. So, you know, just cut your corner out and then just ride right along the spline. That is all there is to it. Look how much nicer that looks now. Totally changes the look of this screen. Just looks so much better. Pretty easy job. Looks much better. Thanks for watching the channel. If you got some value out of the video, hit the like, subscribe. I'll put a couple links in the description, a couple of the tools I used. Thanks again.